He did say that assuming the replacement scenario is justified, the as-designed box culvert structure is the most cost-effective and appropriate structure type to address the many design considerations. Because there was a huge discrepancy between what we first got with design and then what we second got, the residents, according to the design. Now, he agrees with that because of the skew of the bridge. He says, however, this change will result in a visual distraction to the site. Consideration should be given to incorporate context-sensitive design elements to mitigate one of the many concerns cited by the locals. The use of weathered steel or colored galvanized approach roadway and bridge railings are highly recommended. Furthermore, the required over-widening of the bridge beyond the bridge railing to accommodate the precast box culvert construction should be landscaped to blend in with the surrounding site. So, we have many questions about why this bridge was selected. And in an article in PennDOT Live, Stan Rugis was saying, this is the cheapest way to do it. This brings economy of scale into the equation and shared logistics to get everything done cheaper. Instead of doing one bridge at a time, the contractor can mobilize and centrally locate equipment to work on 2 or 3 at once. There were 5 bridges on Little Creek Road in short succession. That's why we figured that Little Creek Road was chosen. So, that's for a later time. I always hear about the contract, and I understand that you've signed a contract that is horrible, horrible. But that contract has been amended so many times in not including monies to move power lines, in choosing bridges that don't meet GPA criteria, and in swapping bridges, which has been done before, even though now we're told it can't happen. We have a bridge that's closed. We have a bridge that's closed in Lower Mount Bethel Township. So how valid was the original contract? I know that there's litigation. And why is potentially over $1 million being spent on a bridge that is just fine? I have to bring it up. Is anybody going to respond?
No,
Or is
that's
that
public comment.
So where do I go from here? We feel like we're being completely ignored. Everything is being ignored. And if you would put yourself in my place, what would you do?
To that extent, I think you know that that's not true.
not true.
The county public works director, other members of the county have met extensively with the folks from Little Creek Road. They've met with the county executive. They have gotten answers to all the questions you've raised at this point, and this has been widely debated and discussed at these meetings. None of these are new issues
I know
that
it's
have
not
not
new.
been.
The
So-
newness is that we have a bridge inspector
Yes,
giving the
which-
facts. So why was it chosen?
Can I,
These answers have been asked and answered repeatedly.
No, they haven't been. They have not, Mr.
can I just
Dertner.
say that anybody sitting on this dais at this time was not part of that selection process, that every single person up here, including our solicitor and Ms. Smith, are replacements. The contract was not made under our time. So we do understand and we do hear your concerns. But I can honestly say that I don't think we can answer that question either. What we are trying to do as an authority at this point is move this project forward. You are aware, as you did state, that we are under litigation. And so I don't think we're not hearing you. We do. But we cannot answer the question as to why it was chosen.
Do you know who could?
Mr. Brown and Mr. Rugas. Mr. Brown and Mr. Rugas, because they were the architects, along with the former solicitor and the former board members. So, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm
understand.
really trying to respond to you because I hear you guys as a councilwoman coming up here, asking us, and Mr. Derninger's correct, but I guess it hurts me because I'm sitting here going, I feel what you're saying, but we can't answer that because we did not choose this. What we're choosing to do is really try to work to make this project. There is litigation that can't be discussed because it's litigation, so I can't speak to what the future is. And as far as I think things being replaced, I don't even think that's finalized yet. So I appreciate that you come and I appreciate that you bring stuff. You could call me or any of us at any time, but I think the question why it can no longer be answered by this body.
I understand, but again, my point was that it wasn't even, it doesn't meet GPA criteria.
We
So-
understand.
That's true. GPA is, they're supposed to replace or rehab bridges that are structurally deficient or functionally obsolete. That's not true?
The GPA was never supposed to be building bridges. Again, we inherited this project.
Okay, I just have to write some things
The
down.
county was supposed to be replacing bridges, and again, this is really predates everybody sitting up
I
here.
do know that, I do know that. But, you know, I'd like you to explain why that's not true, but I know you're not going to do that now. And that is, and there's regarding public meetings, 2. And that was a long time ago. Come on, really?
I don't know what you're talking about.
With transparency with the residents.
Again,
No public meeting. I have here, Krieger, I have paperwork from Krieger stating, "A representative of Krieger Construction will be contacting you prior to beginning any work on your property. He will explain the work to be completed as part of the field studies and hear any concerns you may have with the activities to be undertaken. Upon development of the preliminary bridge design, a public meeting will be held to present the proposed design to the public."
That is not at all what I was referencing. I was referencing the
When we met
7
with-
or so meetings that folks from Little Creek have attended here and with the county executive. 7.
7?
7.
Okay. Again, this bridge, I mean, monies could be much better spent than replacing this whole bridge. Rehab it. Rehab it. This is not the end. Okay? And if it does have to happen, what the what Krieger is doing, the construction company, which they've made many mistakes already, they just clear cut all the trees and they don't put it back to what it was. And that's not correct. I mean, so what the county could do is rehab the bridge and then spend monies elsewhere, open up Bridge 31. I know it's not new, but it's not over. I can't. So please read that and take that into consideration. And if you're an advocate for your citizens, please advocate for us. I don't know how. If you want to call me, I'll give you my phone number, you know, because I will work with you as best I can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anne should be joining any minute.
Okay.
Treasurer's report. Ron, please.
Good morning. In your
morning.
packet, you would see the treasurer's report as of July 30th of this year. For the General Purpose Authority Fund balance sheet, you'll see our total assets at $1,237,242.64, liabilities at $350,000, and that gives us a beginning fund balance of $1,237,242.64. Year-to-date, we'll talk about shortly, we are showing a loss of $141,361.65. So our new ending fund balance is going to be $1,095,880.99. On the second page there, if you go to the third column, that's the actual year-to-date income for the general fund, and you'll see total revenues of $553,000 and change. The majority of that being the DCED IFIP fund that we collected. Down on the second half, you'll see our outstanding liabilities and expenses to date total $695,340.49. Again, which gives us a year-to-date net loss of $141,361.65. And as I noted, the majority of those expenses are our special legal services of $153,000 and some change. The next page is just the capital project income statement, and that is always a wash through, and you'll see year-to-date revenues of $4,060,000 and change. Year-to-date expenditures of actually the same amount, $4,060,488.43, which shows a net of 0. Any questions on it?
I have one question. on the milestone payment, which one, like, because we keep, is that the May 19 one? Is that the,
That would be the May 19 and the August 19 as well.
thank you.
They were put into the same payment last meeting with our motion.
That, I just want to keep track of that, thank you very much. And, wait, it's May 19 and what, April?
August
And August.
19.
August 19, thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to approve?
Thank you, Lori. Need a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ron. Any questions on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, Bennett, actually, sorry. Supplemental payment. 4.2, sorry.
You wanna do that?
Who wants to review this? Everybody received Benish's payment for the engineering services. Everybody have a chance to review that?
Yes.
The supplemental portion of this deals with the extra work that has been created or the circumstances of attending to the bridges more frequently and having to respond to requests for information by our attorneys.
All right, there is, in reviewing this, there's going to be a correction on page 14. I'm just going 14 of 67.
Yeah.
Still in item 1, right above number 2. It says hours used between January 1st and June 30th is 30 and a half hours. You see that? But the fee has 32.5 hours below that.
Huh.
So that should be, so it should be 30.5 hours, a deduct of $280.
Oh, okay.
That total then will be $5,062.
So do we need a motion to amend this paper since it's
Well,
wrong here?
Hang on, there's one more. In the fee summary, there would be another change. I'm not sure, I'm just giving you the figures, all right?
Okay,
Everybody okay with that figure then, 5,062?
Yep.
Yep.
yes.
The next page then, fee summary, right below fee summary, we propose an additional. That should be $58,537.
Where, Paul,
corrected.
sorry?
It says, right below fee summary, it'll say, we propose an
Yes, and could
additional.
you say that again?
Sure, $58,537.
Thank you.
All right, so now that's the figures. I'm not sure what we need on that, Ken.
Probably need a motion to amend the,
Motion to amend,
as you stated.
I think all you really need, when motion is made to pass it, to approve it,
as amended.
motion as modified, or then the minutes should reflect that.
Okay,
That's right, because we don't have a motion yet.
right.
Yeah, we don't have a motion yet.
All right.
Okay, there's no motion, but any other questions on the supplemental?
All right, well, seeing none, I will make a motion to move forward on to pay the amended bill.
And I will second that.
Thank you, Ken. Any questions on that motion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Invoices for payment. Everybody have a chance to review those? Any questions on those invoices?
Do you want me to go through the August ones? Or self-explanatory on the
Please.
first page. August invoices total for King Spry comes to $65,9650. Watt Teeter, $74,351. Total for Benish, $53,601.59. Total for the advertising for the special meeting in New Jersey Advanced Media is $94.25. And the Civitas Reggio, $2,600, for a total of $137,243.34.
Motion to pay.
Okay, there's a motion to pay the bills.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ron. Any questions on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, bridge update. Craig?
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning, Greg.
Does everybody have a copy? Oops, sorry. Okay. Does everybody have a copy of the status report?
Yes.
Okay. So since last meeting, we've received another permit from DEP. That's Bridge 195, so that brings the total to 22. The permit for Bridge 41 was reviewed by Benish and submitted a conditional approval recommended on July 29th. There's been no update with the final construction plans, but we have reviewed and approved the conceptual plan for Bridge 41 on July 29th as well. Right-of-way process is ongoing. Mike is still meeting with property owners, asking questions. We've gotten some questions regarding design questions we've been getting that we've been discussing with GPI, so that process has been ongoing. Same with utilities. Utilities is ongoing. We're seeing some movement from some of them, no movement from others, but we're at the point now where they're putting back their facilities. So it's, they haven't, I haven't received any information they've started moving facilities for the next 5 bridges, but they're in the process of starting to move them back from the ones that are completed. Regarding milestone payments, payment number 9 and payment number 10 were made. Payment number 9 was made on July 24th for $750,696. Payment number 10 was made on July 24th. It was a partial May 2020 milestone payment of $2 million. Regarding construction, there's been a flurry of activity since the last meeting, and it's great news to say that there's only one bridge left not open. All the rest of the bridges are open right now. So there's we have 8 bridges in final acceptance, 8 bridges substantial completion. That's 16. There's been another one since then, so we have 17 now. And the 18th bridge is Bridge 184. So if you look at the list here, Bridge 54 is now under substantial completion. That bridge is open. The last one is Bridge 184. There's a final walkthrough yesterday, and there's some punch list items need to be done before that bridge can open, hopefully this week.
Wait, I can't hear you.
So all bridges will be open by the end of the week.
We'll do that at the end.
Say it again, the bridges will what?
All the bridges will be open by the end of the week, all 18 of them.
Thank you.
Correct. Things have been going well, communication-wise, with all of us. We've been getting out to the site pretty quickly to resolve issues, to get bridges open, and Krieger's been doing a good job with us, meeting with us and getting punch list items complete. So it's been the last month has gone very well with regard getting bridges open. So I'm thankful for them, the county, the GPA, and GPI for all working together to get these completed. Especially before more rain comes today, it's nice to have a lot of these open.
True.
So looking forward, there's 5 bridges currently in design. They'd be the next 5 bridges to start once right-of-way is cleared and utilities are moved.
Wait, 5 in design, say that again?
There's 5 currently in design.
Actually, Greg, is that on your report? I'm sorry, I missed it. I'm curious which ones. Or is that on your spreadsheet?
It's on the spreadsheet. Yeah, I don't have them in the
Okay.
report, but on the spreadsheet. I can list them.
Yeah.
It's bridges 41, Bridge 195, 210, 219,
And you have.
and 146.
They're all starting?
Okay.
Bridges 101 and 124.
They have not begun yet.
124 has been a bridge in contention back and forth, but we understood that a lot of the original design work had been done and then put on hold.
Yeah, I spoke
Is
to
there a reason that's not currently in design then, since?
Yeah, I spoke to GPI about Bridge 124. They said the survey was done originally, and that's about as far as they've gotten, and they have not worked on it since.
That was the bridge at one time that was, the township had requested 3 lanes and has now.
That's 2 lanes. Okay.
Greg, can I ask a question? What's the timeline difference between open to traffic and the maintenance period?
So there's still some punch list items that are remaining right now. And once the punch list items get done, I do final acceptance. I actually have 2 bridges that are ready right now for final acceptance.
Can you
so,
say what those are?
It's 119 and 215. I'm in the process of sending letters to the Special Construction Council for the review. And you'll see in the next few weeks, we'll probably see more and more going into final acceptance. It's a matter of the utilities moving and ENS being complete, the grass growing, basically.
And so the 6 other ones that are not, how long till that maybe?
It's hard to say. Some utilities are moving, some are not.
Okay.
I don't want to give a,
So it's not a Krieger, it's not a, it's the
it's waiting for others.
putting it back together?
Correct. Yeah, 119 and 215 have no utilities that need to be moved. They're all in their final condition, and ENS has all been completed. The grass has grown, basically.
So that leaves 7 bridges then, if I'm counting right?
There'll be 6 others, because there's 8 total.
No, 7 bridges that are left in design that are not.
7.
In design, yes, that's
Design,
correct.
yes.
Yeah, correct, yes, yep. Yeah, 6 remaining for final acceptance, 7 in design.
It's good.
All right.
Thank
Any other
you.
questions for Greg? All right, Greg, thank you.
Yep, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is the milestone payment resolution. It was in your packet as 5.2.
There are 2 5.2s, so the one that's stapled is the one that we're taking up.
Okay.
As Mr. Kuklinski just pointed out, we anticipate the final bridge of this year's cycle being finished, and this would then entitle Krieger to the remaining or balance of their milestone from May 31st. Which would be $1.875 million. These payments will be made only once we have certification from the third-party engineer, Mr. Kuklinski and Benish, and once our solicitor and our special counsel have signed off.
Okay.
Rather than us having to have a meeting
Sure.
in between this meeting.
Do you need a motion for the resolution?
But is that stated as such, does it need to be stated as such in the
It is stated as such,
resolution?
it is
The release
regarding
of?
the, yeah,
Okay, number
regarding the-
3, right?
no, number 2.
Okay, okay. So then I'll make a motion,
All right,
if it,
thank you, Lori. There's a motion. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ron. Any questions on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Tina, new business?
And for that matter, Ann said aye as well.
Oh, Ann said
Hi,
aye.
hi, Ann.
Hi, Ann.
Yes, we are just in discussion preliminary with Lafayette College for a bond refinancing request for $60 million. And we will have more information for the board at our September meeting. In addition, just so everyone's aware, we did submit the grant application for the blight remediation for the Glendon Hotel project, and the request amount was $300,000.
Tina, you have a tentative timeline on that process?
The grant?
Yeah.
Everything at the state is slow-moving right now because of the pandemic.
Okay.
But we'll let you know as soon as we get indication back.
All right, thank you, Tina.
Sure.
Solicitor Freund, anything on the mediation
President, yes. Mediation was to occur on the 30th. Because of some logistical reasons, that is pushing paper back and forth and time to review, it is to be rescheduled. And Charles, I don't think we have an exact date, but it's the end of,
Yeah, the 27th, the 26th or the 27th.
26th to the 27th. I don't think we've nailed down a date.
I'm
End of
sorry.
August.
Of August.
Of August.
August.
So then
So
we
it's-
won't, sorry, we won't have a meeting then before then, so should we have an executive session to discuss?
Charles, if you think so,
I
yes.
think it might make sense.
Okay. All right, it's 8:47, call a special executive session to order.
For the purpose of discussing
For the-
pending litigation.
Thank you, Charles. No, that's all right, thank you.
Okay. I was thinking of you this morning.
I missed your call.
Ron, is this your umbrella?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
They do all kinds of things when you come in here and get a special umbrella case. Wow.
Yeah. Greg's still here. Been doing really good work on that though, John. Making progress. Yeah, we are. Everybody left. Very good. Good.
Well, Mike's got stuff to do.
Sarah's still here.
I know.
Here?
yeah,
Are we
All right,
back?
it is 9:12, calling the meeting back to order. And there's no other old business or new business to conduct?
No, don't you have to say what we,
Oh, we, all right, thank you, Lori. Next meeting is Tuesday, September 1st, 2020, 8:15 here in this chambers. Motion to adjourn?
so moved?
Thank you. Motion. Motion carries.
Knock your thing off again. Keep
Yeah.
swinging stuff around.
Summer's over.
I've picked it up like 4 times.